Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Love. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here we go. Here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes, his throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Now Mahomes. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
3.5 to go, first quarter. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Throw right side hauled in by Dobbs. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Love. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Drops it off for Chubb. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
That brings us to the end of 1 in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 14-7 is the score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
Touchdown! Josh Gordon, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers continue to look good here in the 1st half of this Super Bowl. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Love to pass. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Going back to Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Love. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb, 24 yards. And the Packers are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, Mahomes. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 39.
Mahomes now on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
56-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it, and they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't it? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McCann's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half. But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
15. Yellow.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Romeo Doubs, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's got some space here. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Mahomes again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Chubb on the counter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Bulldozes past him. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
Down. Faster, faster.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Love. This pass complete to Melton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
first down. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for the Packers.
Love from the gun. Drops it off for Chubb. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Packers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And my goodness, another interception. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Powers through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They go up the middle with Chubb. And a short gain here down to the 22. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw now. Here's Love. Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the ball and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And the Lombardi try